and welcome to Movie Junkies. I'm your host, Kaylee, and I'm here with two lovely ladies. Introduce yourselves, ladies.
I'm Emily. I am a sophomore RTF major, and I'm really excited to be here, Kaylee.
Great.
I'm Chinlin. I'm a sophomore journalism major, and I am also happy to be here too.
That's excellent. All right, I will ask you guys each a question, and then you'll take turns answering it. And whoever answer I think is the best will be rewarded a point. And we'll have 3 discussion questions. So my first question, we'll start off with Emily to answer it, is what makes a movie a summer blockbuster?
I think what makes a movie a summer blockbuster is definitely the release date, being in the summer, for one. The blockbuster aspect also goes into probably the amount of money it took to produce it and how much effort was put into it and like all the production quality to it. So like if it's got like a huge big budget film, like, and it's usually typically action films, it's definitely going to be a blockbuster because of the amount of money put in. They're expecting that same return.
Right.
So that's what makes a summer blockbuster.
Chinlin?
Well, I also think that what makes summer blockbuster is also the time and effort that the crew and cast put into it. And like Emily said, most of them tend to be action films. So I would expect the visual effects, special effects, all that stuff to be top-notch. And I guess maybe the release date wouldn't matter as much, in my opinion, because it's all in the summer. And yeah, that's it.
All right, those were 2 great answers. I would have to probably reward the point to Emily because I feel like she said it very well and it was a good answer. So, not to say that Chinlin's answer wasn't good.
No, she deserved it.
Her answer.
Thanks, girl.
Okay, great competitor, great competitor. All right, question number 2. Born Legacy, necessary or not? Chinlin, we'll start with you.
No, they didn't even bring back the other guy. Like, not to say I don't like Jeremy Renner. I think he's hot, but what's the Bourne series without Matt Damon? I feel like it didn't work. I didn't feel it worked out.
Thank you. Emily?
I also have to say no. I saw no Matt Damon, so I said no ticket. No Matt Damon, no ticket. And so I'd say it was completely unnecessary. Like, I think it's just a clear point of the lack of originality in Hollywood because the fact that they're still playing upon these old brands that have obviously their time has passed. So I think it was almost disappointing to see another one because, I think they're done.
All right, those were 2 great answers. I would have to award that one to Chinlin, just because I feel like she was more passionate about it, and she really felt like it wasn't a movie, and not that it wasn't a movie, because it was, that it wasn't necessary, and I would probably have to agree with it. It could just be another run-of-the-mill action film, but they had to latch on to the Bourne. All right, our final question for this round. Can a blockbuster still have artistic value? Emily.
That's a tough one, Kaylee. I definitely think that it can still have an artistic value because the director obviously has a vision, and obviously it's not just doing it for the economic value of the film. So I think as long as the director has a vision and a clear way of displaying the vision and like making sure the story is conveyed effectively, there can definitely be artistic views that the mass population can like take in and absorb, as long as with the action blowing up things. If that made any sense. But yeah, I definitely think it can still be artistic. It just depends on the execution of it, whether that's in the director's director's impact on it, or the editing, or in any aspect of the film. That was a really run on.
Chinlin?
Oh, that's a bit of a thinker. I guess I would have to say a blockbuster, and pretty much any film has the potential to be artistic. It just depends on how much the director and producers, cast and crew put into it, and of course the most important, feedback from viewers and critics. And yeah.
Those were 2 great answers, as all of y'all's answers have been. And so I would have to declare the point for this question, probably go to Emily, because it was a good answer. All right, that's the end of our first round. So hopefully you'll come back after commercial, in which we have our trivia. Welcome back to Movie Junkies. I'm your host, Kaylee, and we have a score update for us. It's Emily 2, Chinlin 1. Neck and neck, you guys. Neck and neck. Now, this part of the show is where we do our trivia. Because of that, I have a fun fact for you guys. Did you know that the set of the Titanic was scaled up slightly to make all of the actors look smaller because in the 20s, people were shorter? Not James Cameron. He'll get you every time. Okay, so here's the deal with our trivia round. I will ask the question, and then you guys will answer it. The first person to answer it receives the point. If you answer it incorrectly, the other person gets the point. If no one answers it, then no one gets the point, and it's a bummer. Okay, so get ready. Question 1. Who was the actor that played Bane?
Tom Hardy.
Bam. Point for Chinlin.
I loved him in Inception.
Because he's an attractive gentleman.
Yeah.
All right, question 2. Get ready. Which villain was used in the new Spider-Man film?
The Lizard.
Chinlin. Again. Told you guys, neck and neck. Now she's pulling ahead.
I didn't see it.
Okay. Which blockbuster feature this summer had Rihanna in it?
Battleship.
Emily, nicely done. Nicely executed. Okay.
Love my Riri.
There we go. Okay. This one might be a thinker. What did Hulk say in the film The Avengers after he smashed Loki around? What did he say? It's a tough one, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tough one.
I have no clue.
Hulk smash.
Very close, but no. Anything?
No.
Nope. Ah, that was a tough one. He said demigod, referring to the fact that Loki is a demigod.
Oh.
What, I guess, what was the first ever summer blockbuster?
Was it the Avengers?
No. In the history of ever.
Oh.
In the history of ever. Shout out to Frick.
What is Jaws?
You got it. That's a point for Emily. Another shout out to Frick, 314. Can I do that? Next question. What was the highest grossing blockbuster of this summer?
The Avengers.
Chilling.
Okay.
She's on it. Okay. Next question. Prometheus was the unofficial prequel to...
Aliens. No. Is that right?
Well, yes. I'll accept that answer.
Okay.
It's the Alien series, but yes.
Okay.
I'll accept that. I'll accept the answer in the end. Yes, so that's a point for Emily. This is another thinker, or at least I think it's a thinker. What is the name of the organization that hired the Avengers?
SHIELD. Was it SHIELD?
It was SHIELD. Do you know what SHIELD stands for?
No, I forgot.
Okay, we'll still accept SHIELD. Emily, do you know what SHIELD stands for?
I don't, but could you tell me?
It is the Strategic Hazard Intervention Espionage Logistics Directorate.
Yeah, I wouldn't have remembered
That's a mouthful.
That was a mouthful.
That would be a
Yeah.
mouthful. But so that point goes to Chinlin.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay. Which film was the scene in Ted at Fenway Park modeled after? It's another hard one. Which film? For any of you guys who've seen Ted, the Fenway Park scene was modeled after a film. What was it? No idea?
Was it the Drew Barrymore, Justin Long movie Fever Pitch?
Excellent guess, Emily. I will commend you on that, on one of Drew Barrymore's most shining roles.
Oh no, it wasn't Justin Long. It was Jimmy Fallon.
It was Jimmy Fallon. But no, unfortunately not. I'm sorry, that answer is not accepted.
Wrong baseball film.
I got nothing.
The film was Annie, the little red-headed orphan who stole all of our hearts. Yes, there's at the scene at the end of Annie in which she's climbing up the railroad to escape because she thinks Rooster and Mrs. Hannigan are going to get her, which, to tell you the truth, I was scared that they were going to get her too. There's a scene at the end of, in Ted, where Ted is like climbing up lights and it's mirrored after Annie, one of my childhood favorites. Okay, our last question. In what city does the film Magic Mike take place?
Tallahassee.
Excellent. Excellently done. That is the correct answer. At the end of our trivia round, we've got another tight neck and neck score of 5 for Chin-Lin, 6 for Emily. Who's gonna win it? I don't know. When we come back from commercial, we're gonna have a lightning round and then one more discussion question to top it off. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Movie Junkies. I'm your host, Kaylee, and I'm here with the two lovely ladies, Emily and Chin-Lin. The score is Emily 6, Chin-Lin 5. It's neck to neck. Who's gonna win? I don't know. So we start off with our lightning round. Basically, the lightning round is I'm going to ask a question and you're going to answer it. But it's a question with multiple answers. And so we'll start off, you guys will take turns answering. If you do not have an answer or if you just have a complete brain fart, you can say pass. But when we get to the point where everybody's passing, then it's over.
Got it.
Got it. Okay, we'll start with Chin-Lin because she's just barely behind. Just barely. All right, name all of the action stars in Expendables 2.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Mr. T.
No, Mr. T is not in Expendables 2. So that'll be a pass.
Okay.
Chuck Norris?
Yes.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
Pass.
I'm gonna have to pass too.
Pass.
Is that really all we
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, well, that was exhilarating. Okay. The people who were missing were Jason Statham, Schwarzenegger,
The Governator.
Jet Li, Liam Hemsworth,
I'm embarrassed.
Dolph Lundgren, and Scott Adkins. I forgot to put first names for 2 of these people, so I don't remember their first names. And that's who you were missing.
I'm embarrassed. We
You did.
we knew that, Chin-Lin. We knew that.
Yeah.
No, it's the lightning round, it's the pressure, it's the
is.
lights, it's really hard.
It is.
I understand. All right, after that lightning round, the score is 7-7. It's a tied game, y'all.
Whew.
So this one is gonna make or break it. This is our last discussion question. And it is worth 2. Hear that, 2 points for the win and the bragging rights. 3 superhero movies were released this summer. The Avengers, Dark Knight Rises, and The Amazing Spider-Man. Which was your favorite and why? We'll start it off with Chin-Lin, because Emily started off the game today.
All right. My favorite was The Dark Knight Rises. And not just because I love Christopher Nolan, I think his work is amazing. He's really just one of the most creative directors out there. I think The Dark Knight Rises had an incredible cast of Christian Bale, Marion Cotillard as Miranda Tate, Tom Hardy, of course, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, And it's just a wonderful cast, and I love all of these actors. So it was another plus for me to see the movie. And another reason why it's my favorite, I would say that the plot was intense. I don't know, maybe even more intense than The Dark Knight and Batman Begins put together. And even though it was a little long, it was worth it. Like, it was worth sitting there for about, 3 hours? And another reason why I like it, I never really read the Marvel comics, but I would presume that Nolan put in some twists into the plot other than just adapting from the comics, I mean. So I like it when directors and writers do that. Take something that's well known and then make it into their own by putting spins and twists into them.
That's a great answer. Okay, Emily, which is your favorite and why?
I'm actually gonna have to say The Avengers because The Dark Knight was incredible. Everyone was talking about it all summer the minute it came out, but it was almost a little too dark for me. I think the realistic aspect of it took away from the superhero part of it. That's why I love The Avengers, because it almost brought it back to that, how you imagine superheroes, coming to save the day. It wasn't as dark and scary as The Dark Knight was. I was frightened, I was on my seat, so it was good in that way. But when it comes down to the basic superhero movie, I loved all the elements that The Avengers brought in, bringing in almost like a Justice League type of people coming to work for the Shield. It was just exciting, and also same thing with the cast with this film, Robert Downey Jr. and Mark Ruffalo. They're all wonderful, and the way they all kind of embodied their characters and bringing them all from around. It was just fun and engaging the entire time, but it still had that action part of it, and it's always fun to see working together. It was a good boost of morale, and I just enjoyed it for the basic superhero aspect of it, not the dark grittiness of a film. So that's what I would say. I would see The Avengers because it was a good, engaging superhero movie, as it should be.
I like that. Almost like an unpopular opinion, except for a lot of people like The Avengers. So it's not. Okay, that is a tough one. That's why this one's worth 2 points. Even though I agree with Chinlin, I thought Dark Knight Rises was the best, I would really say that Emily's answer for The Avengers was really good, and it was really strong. So I'm going to award Emily 2 points because she kind of swayed me a little bit.
Yes.
She swayed me.
Good.
So congratulations, Emily, with a final score of 9-7. We have a winner, and you have received your bragging rights.
Yes.
Congrats. Congratulations.
I am a movie junkie.
All right. Tune in 2 weeks when we do our special Halloween episode. Ooh. It'll be scary, but probably not. All right. Peace.